Hello there and welcome to a bit of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Hope you're all having a pleasant time. I hope you do, because we've got sound again! Huzzah! Well, let's see if it works anyway. I have done a test and it should work just fine. So, last time we had dealt with the Russian crime syndicate here in downtown, and I think in the previous part we said we'd continue with the main quest line. Fuck it, let's do that. So, we're going to go and meet Prince Sebastian LaCroix. I've also got some nice topics for us to talk about in case things get quiet, which hopefully they will be, because we're going to be nice and sneaky deaky. I'm going to press save out of habit. Saved! Right, okay, now we can continue.
Hey there, Missy. Small world, huh? Yep, after that gallery, I didn't think I'd be able to get a job guarding a room full of Jack Squat from the Boogity Man. But then I get a call offering me this sweet night shift slot, and I'm back in the security game. Well, enough about my lucky break. You here to see one of the bigwigs, Missy?
This is a lot less embarrassing now we have sound, and I just thought it was me before, so that's good.
Would that be Sebastian LaCroix of the LaCroix Foundation, or Dwayne LaCroix of Insurrection Baby Formula Company? Okay then. Mr. LaCroix, he told me to expect someone fitting your description sometime tonight. You go right on up. Yeah, you have a good power meeting, or whatever it is you types do up there. Do you need any security? Well, you just ring the front desk and ask for Officer Chunk. That's me, in case you were wondering.
Chunk.
Ah, yeah, I get that all the time. The name goes back to my football days. Actually, my fantasy football days at the station. Stationarium. That was this office supply outlet mall I used to watch. Hey, you kids! No skating in the parking lot! That was me.
Yeah. So, however, we have to make up for the lack of embarrassment with the audio, with the embarrassing of today's attire. I am in fact wearing a Hawaiian shirt with a sleeveless jumper. I've no idea why. It's hardly practical at all, and it's December.
There you are.
I'm wearing a fucking Hawaiian shirt in
in
December.
the building. Since you're here, I'll take the liberty of assuming you've destroyed the warehouse. This is correct, yes?
I'm sorry, I just want to take in the voice. I love Sebastian LaCroix's voice.
Most excellent. I had no doubt you'd prove my decision a prudent one. I trust you encountered no impediments to your progress on account of my personnel.
I could screw Mercurio over, but would I get extra experience points for it? Because that's what I start to think about now. Should I really go for things the sort of Bruja way, or should I go for things that are going to get me more experience?
A taste of what's to come. You have no idea. You've done well, circumstances being what they were. I will admit, not many in your position would have overcome such a trial. But don't
I think he keeps
misunderstand.
eyeing my tits.
It was no fool's errand. You may yet prove to be a genuine asset. It's a bit disturbing, the lack of talent within this organization as of late. Tell me, what would you say to doing a bit of...
Facial animations are a bit off today. I say today like they get any worse any other day. I'll go for 3.
Don't be so hasty to inflate your own worth. You've succeeded once, very admirable. But in the grand scheme of it all, an infant's stride of progress. If you're looking to make a name for yourself, listen very carefully. There have been whispers, rumors spreading around the kindred community.
And now the audio editing is as good as mine.
The cargo ship that was towed into port recently. Have you heard of it? The Dane was found out at sea. The reports say it was without crew, but they have yet to report a fate of said crew. The police are investigating the Dane as we speak. Even the Nosferatu have little information on what's been found. However, the reason the ship has caused such speculation is because it was transporting an object called the Ankaran sarcophagus. Now, I'm not one to predicate a decision based on conjecture, so what I need is fact. And more importantly, I need evidence that the occurrences on the Dane were not supernatural in nature, and in no way relate to this Ankaran sarcophagus. Should I repeat myself? I do believe I mentioned the fact that I bent the delicate laws that govern our society to allow you a chance to live. If that isn't enough, I can't give you another reason. You will go to the Elizabeth Dane.
I've never done that before, so I must admit that was kind of cool.
You have 3 objectives. 1. I want you to examine the sarcophagus for anything unusual. You may sense something peculiar about the sarcophagus. In fact, many kindred in the city have reported an uneasiness in the air since the Danes arrived.
Yep, Beckett had talked about
Do not,
that.
under any circumstances, open the Ankaran sarcophagus. Secondly, the police have begun their investigation. Find out what they have concluded thus far. Thirdly, take the cargo manifest for the ship. I want to find out what else it was carrying. The last thing we want is police aware of our existence, so be careful what you do in front of them. And unlike the warehouse, you cannot wholesale slaughter a ship full of lawmen without consequences. Is this understood? Good. Oh, and it has come to my attention that you had an encounter with Nines Rodriguez earlier. The man so does love to throw that cretinous charm of his brashly about. What exactly did Mr. Rodriguez say? Their zeal is admirable, but their ideas impractical for a society that must maintain secrecy and organization to stem its own genocide from coming about. I don't suppose they told you this is the only so-called free state that hasn't folded? No? Imagine that. Now that that's out of the way, I trust you're prepared to leave for the Dane.
So it appears as though the Camarilla is a lot stronger in America than originally thought. Because I just thought that like the Anarchs ruled a lot, but apparently not. But then again, we are taking it from the Prince of the Camarilla, or the Los Angeles Prince of the Camarilla, anyway.
I suppose I can spare a few seconds. Yes.
Let's ask about people what kind of.
It's common knowledge. I was born in Calais, France, over 200 years ago. When I graduated from the Royal Military Academy, I joined Napoleon's army. It was shortly after Waterloo, when I was embraced by a Belgian noble. From that time onward, I counted some of the greatest kindred in Europe as my mentors, and worked towards establishing a Camarilla presence in new territories. In 1930, I came to the Americas and staked power in New York. Soon after, I headed west to claim domain.
I've always liked Sebastian Lacroix's story. I was in the ranks of Napoleon, you know, to do.
I'm Ventru. But I don't disparage any of the other clans. All are equally important in maintaining the foundations of the Camarilla, and the elders of each serve as my council. Yes. He's my sheriff. When there is a problem that words are wasted on, I send him. The less one sees of him, the better.
Just want to ask him about one last thing as
Yes.
well. I want to ask him about Jack.
The man is a scourge, the physical manifestation of chaos. Whenever he makes an appearance in one city, it is only a matter of time before a calamity is attributed to his latest lark.
Okay, that's it. Right, I'm ready to go to the Dane.
I'm counting on an encore exposition of the talent you showed earlier. Go. And remember, under no circumstances are you to open the Ankaran sarcophagus. We'll talk later. Good. There's a boat waiting for you on the beach in Santa Monica.
Okay. So our task is to go to the Elizabeth Dane, a ship that has recently just sailed idly towards Los Angeles, and there's been a lot of supernatural events been going on that's been covered on the TV. Some even report sightings of a great prehistoric sea beast of sorts. and it's got the population worried. More so the vampires, because there's a lot of superstition. They believe that one of the antediluvians, one of the great vampires of old,
Nice night out,
descended from Cain directly, may be aboard the ship, which can mean a lot of bad stuff, like Gehenna, the vampire apocalypse. But we shall see. Better just quickly say, I forgot to do this before. To update Brujon. There we go. So I forgot to ask earlier, how has everyone been? I'm alright. I've thankfully got my affairs sorted for Christmas. I'll be going away on the 21st of December, so that means that I'll upload some of these parts for you guys for then, and I'll have some parts afterwards. I'm thinking about doing 3 parts today. I wasn't really feeling up to recording, but I find that when I actually get into the swing of things, then I will. Just a quick save again. Is that Mercurian?
Hey, what can I say? You preserved my ass. I truly appreciate you not saying anything, and I want you to know I take care of those who do me favors. So from now on, you need equipment, info, you come see me at my apartment. Don't hesitate.
Oh, he's going to sell me equipment. Oh, he's not going to give it away. Of course not. It's a good job I don't need any of that shite. I'm fine with keeping my weapons and ammo. Yeah, that's all fine. I think I've got enough blood packs. I shouldn't need really any equipment. But maybe do with a bit more dough though. I like to keep one just in case there's a quest. I'll also get rid of these rings as well. I can't read any of those books. There we go, right. Save again. Yeah, all that stuff's good there. Quickly going to have a look at my character points, because I think we really could do with starting to consider the end game now. My research skill is 4, so I should start being able to read some books now, surely. Unless it... I could maybe do with up my intelligence, and then be able to read those skill books, and then be able to put points elsewhere. Getting free skill points, I don't know. What's my... I can't upgrade stealth just yet. Dexterity... No, can't do anything there. I am just considering the trip out. Manipulation. That's haggle. What about presence? That's 10. Never mind, we shall continue onwards. I've got to break that habit of quick saving. I'm so used to Divinity Original Sin 2 where combat can occur almost at any time, and I don't want to risk dying. Not that I've had too hard a time in Divinity Original Sin 2. Fantastic game, I'd strongly recommend it. If you like RPGs, you will like Divinity Original Sin 2.
Yo.
Ah, for Christ's sakes. Tell Jacobson if he plans on making editor-in-chief, he's got to start working with me. I can't keep getting him these scoops if he's going to send high school journalists who don't know enough to wear something that would blend in. Jeez. What kind of Woodstein don't think to at least show dressed up like an investigator, a Coast Guard guy, something? Didn't you ever see Fletch? What, are they just handing out those diplomas nowadays?
The first one's a bit cheesy. Let's see what it says.
Lois Lane. This is still a badge you're talking to. All right, look. I got you a copy of the initial report, and I can get you into the cabin, but you gotta make yourself real scarce after that. Anybody catches you, I don't know you. And no goddamn flash photography, brainchild.
Okay.
Hold up a sec. Hines to Marsh. Hines to Marsh. Marsh, they need you up in the bridge. Over. There. The security room will be clear.
All his other dialogue seemed fine, but that in particular just was just very poorly delivered.
Head down the stairs behind you and stay low. When you get down there, wait for me to call off the guy guarding gangway A. As soon as he leaves, get your ass moving and don't let him see you. I'll give you a couple of minutes, but don't dilly-dally. In and out, okay? Don't forget to stay out of sight. If anyone sees you, you're on your own. Take the stairs up to the security room. There'll be a computer in there. The password is Lighthouse. Lighthouse. All one word. You getting all this? Now get a move on. And don't forget to tell Jacobson I get double my usual fee for this one.
Okay, so we've just snuck aboard the ship.
Hines to Jacobson. Anderson. Hines to Anderson. Come in, Anderson. Come check this out. I just saw a baleen whale. Yeah?
So I really would like the XP, so I want to go nice and quiet. And as well, I do like my stealth. Oh, nice. For fuck's sake. I thought I was going to get lost in here, but apparently not. Can't do anything with that. Sorry, just looked like I could interact with it. Save again, because we're going to do a lot of wandering around. Ports. Pointless to me. Don't mean jack shite. The engines are off, the deck cams are off, the locks are locked. Log. There we go. Right, that was it. Okay. So we can sound the horn, start the engines. I need to unlock the doors. And deck cams on. Oh. No, I can use that. So we can see the experience. Stuff going on. Yeah, okay, enough arsing about. Control. Deck cams off. Right. So, just want to read the quest text very quickly. Examine the sarcophagus. Find out what the glue is. Okay, and we'll try to avoid a killing spree. Okay. Now, did we get the police report? Yeah, okay. Now, this is where things are going to get tricky. This is honestly one of the hardest missions in the game. Primarily because it is, like, stealth based. Like, you can't fuck about with this.
Who's there?
Oh shit, there's that guy up there as well. I say it's hard. It's easy when you know how. Like, I mean, stealth in this game, in my opinion, is utterly broken. And that as long as you are not in direct view of the opposition. Yeah, you should be alright. Oh, I'm gonna hate doing this now. Quick save, because this jump is gonna be a pain in my... Oh, shit! I want to avoid a bloodbath. See, this is what I could not review Dishonored, because I would constantly do this all the time. The footage would just be full of me doing that. I need to find another way around, I think. I don't even think that's the correct way around. Don't mind me. Just walking right in front of you. If it was in vampire lore, that vampires are like, I don't know, like the Eldar from Warhammer 40k, and that they have the ability to hide, you know, like they have this sort of suit of armor that can delay enemy sight by one, like they can move faster than the speed of light, whatever. Then that'd be kind of cool. So then enemies like keep misfiring or whatever. That'd be kind of neat. If it was explaining the lore that vampires did that or had that effect, then I could understand. But otherwise, it just looks like a mechanical issue. I was expecting this part to take a full hour, and like I'm just cruising through it. We haven't done too bad to say we've only had one quick load. I'm probably doing this. Well, hang on. Let's not get ahead of myself here, because this could go very poorly, very fucking quickly. Why I decided to do that, I have no idea. We'll just have a look around. Anything I can pick up? If I think you're just supposed to view it on a camera anyway. So, who knows? I mean, I've done this enough times before, I should know, but I just can't remember exactly how to trigger the quest thing to say that you've done it successfully. I'm really pushing my fucking luck here. Right, that's all my good fortune spent for the year. That's it. No more luck until next year. I was really lucky with mounts in WoW this year, but suspicious, but he hasn't detected me yet. Can't seem to do anything here. Right, let's go back, because I know there was another way of doing this. Like, I had to do like going all the way back again and not wasting time. In fact, haven't we just done this? Right, let's have a look. We've examined it. Police report. Well, we know where the police report. Ah, cargo manifest. That's something else we need as well. So I don't think we even needed to travel all this way, because we got it from the computer. So let's just sneak all the way back and waste everybody's time. It wouldn't take a full hour. Jesus, John. Right, quick save again. This isn't as bad as the first time I last did this. The last time I did this. Oh, it was terrible. I spent about 3 hours just wandering around constantly. There's these switches here for the crane. Now, I think they prove a distraction, but nothing that's just so vital, I don't think. The records room key. I think that's a different room to the one we were in before. It'd be great if we had some kind of map. Helps to have a map. That's this video's title sorted, if I remember. That's a deadly boy right there. I believe there's... Shit. 3 stealth skill, 2 dexterity. Oh no, sneaking 5. Okay. That's brilliant. Oh god. And here's me wondering why I'm quick saving all the time. Okay. So is this the records room then? Or is this just shipping? I mean, there's lots of filing cabinets, so I would have thought so. I'm trying to think what the password was. Something along the lines of some kind of... was it some kind of animal? I can't remember. Right. Oh shit, I ain't got much blood. But fuck it. Let's try this. Oh shit, it wasn't presence, was it? Control. Shit. No. Sorry, I was thinking of presence. It wasn't presence. It was. What was that ability I'm thinking of that boosts your firearms, hacking, and other skills? I can't remember. Well, let's explore the rest of the ship. Ah, the records room. We've got a key. Yeah. I think this is actually the end of it. Took me 2 fucking hours to get this done before. There we are. And is the quest log updated? Fucking well done. And I've been procrastinating so much to avoid this. That takes us all the way back out there. Right, so we didn't even need to go all the way down there, but at least you got to see the Ankaran esophagus. Oh, I'll just have a quick look actually. No. No. Right. I was looking to see if there's anything on top of there. So yeah, there's been a few scary, dairy things going on the ship. Lots of murders, but nobody's been found. Weapons have been used, so it doesn't sound very much like a Jacula. So, if it's not a Jacula, what is it that's doing all these horrible, grisly things? Quick save once more. I know I need to break the habit, but I can't help it. That wasn't too bad. Right, let's have a look while we're here. Do we need to do anything? Okay. There's nothing here that's sedated. Okay. Can I talk to the guy?
You have any of those items? Yeah. Here you go. Now where can I find the head vampire?
I'm gonna send him to LaCroix to see what happens.
You won't have to live like this anymore. I'm going to kill the head vampire.
Are you satisfied now? So I've lost 2 humanity. Oh well. Experience. Well, we don't really need any more stealth skill because we've just got past all that lot. So now I can actually start focusing on my combat skills. Well, we'll see if we need to just yet. I'd like to bank up my experience. As I say, I'm thinking about the end game now, so I'm thinking, what else should I go for? Now, I don't think I said this before, but the use of console commands is a very tempting thing, and I used console commands, I think, to get unstuck in this game. No, that was in it wasn't Fallout New Vegas. It was something else. It was in Morrowind, and then I basically used console commands to get right to the fucking end, because of course I just to say that I've done the game and it's over, because I was sick and tired of it by that point.
Where to?
But yeah, in Vampire I use like console commands just to navigate this building because it bugged out right towards the end. Familiar face here.
I know this might seem creepy and all, but please don't blow me off, okay? Someone told me I could find you here. I mean, I've been looking all over for you since that night. Because I just wanted to... I'm in your debt. I want to help you. I owe you my life, and I feel like I need to repay you. I almost forgot. I'm Heather. Heather Poe. I'm not weirding you out or anything, am I?
It's hard to do these nights.
I can be. I know I can. I'll do everything I can for you. Look, here. I got you this. I thought you might be able to use it. It can be useful to you. I'd do anything. Just tell me you'll let me help you. Let me stay with you. Make me feel this way.
This is like seeing my relationship with my guild in World of Warcraft, or my friendship with Lovely Chris. Lovely Chris is a mate of mine. He's called Chris, and he's lovely. That's why I call him Lovely Chris. So yes.
Really? I promise you won't regret it. Promise. I'll get you money. I'll get you things. Everything. I want to be important to you. I know where you live. I checked there first. I'll wait for you at your place. And when you do come back, I'll take care of whatever.
Okay, it's not that creepy,
I'll
alright?
do anything for you.
My dear Heather, whatever would I have done without you? We are in front of LaCroix's building. Yes, we are. Right, go. So I had to use console commands in like one of the final levels in this game because the room had bugged out. Hopefully with the patch it fixes that. And then I also used God mode to kill the final boss, which I fucking hated.
Yeah, he told me to send you up as soon as you came in.
With the brawl skill. Oh, it's so fucking slow. I don't know how I'm going to do it without console commands, but we'll see.
Different, though.
We'll see.
I wonder if he's...
If we even get that far.
You know, I'm keeping the undesirables out and the innocent safe and secure. I'm the thin blue line that separates the crazies from the hard-working, decent folks. Yep, as long as I'm around, Mr. LaCroix's got nothing to worry about.
Sorry about that. Just humming the thin blue line theme. I would strongly recommend. I keep saying strongly recommend, but I really would recommend the Thin Blue Line. Fantastic British comedy.
I've said all
quite
I
progressive
need to for now.
in places. Oh, nice. I don't know the lady in the black coat and the guy who looks like LaCroix. Another Venturi by the looks of things. Oh. Oh dear. I mean, to say he got that far isn't too bad at all. He could have cleaned up before his visitors got here. Is there any other mess? Oh, I do like the paintings, I must admit. Yeah. Anyway, to LaCroix, who's floating just slightly above the ground.
I don't have time for a monologue. Give me the bullet points of what you saw.
Now, if he was a werewolf, that might have been a bit funny. Give me the silver bullet points.
And what did you see? Open. Let's not jump to conclusions. Give me the manifest in your notes. I'll sort this mess later. You might have noticed when you came in the parade of malingering mollycoddles filing out. Those were the Primogen, this city's clan elders, a worrisome bunch devoted first and foremost to the security of their own skin, which is why they were here. It seems Alistair Grout, the Malkavian Primogen, has either forgotten how to answer his phone, or is missing. The Sabbat's appearance has put the Primogen on edge. Grout's mansion is in the Hollywood Hills. I need you to
I might have to
Grout
begin
out of whatever
with this
crack
one.
he's crawled into and have him
Another half
contact
an
us.
hour.
Each minor problem, like a grain of sand. Each night, I inherit the desert. It's the seemingly insignificant, time-consuming trivialities that plague my night. Which is why, when I assign you a simple task, I only want to hear unbridled vehemence on your part. Understood?
I thought vehemence was hate. Or loyalty or good. Oh dear. I've been... I think I've been using the word incorrectly. Because I usually say I oppose something vehemently. Actually, no, I think that works, actually.
My thanks. And that goes a long way in this city. Yes, about Grout. As I said, Grout is the Malkavian Primogen. His behavior and home are eccentric, to say the least. He's developed a paranoid bent lately, so you may have to check under every bed in the place for him. When we hear from Grout, you may come back. Until then.
Just want to have a quick look at the view, because it is absolutely beautiful. I really wish we could have seen more of these buildings. This is one of the most gorgeous cities I've ever seen in a video game, and we barely get to see any of it because it's hub-based. Speaking of bullets earlier, a bit of interesting lore. It's believed in some cultures that silver is not only anathema to werewolves but to vampires, because Judas was hanged, or he killed himself, and God condemned him to become the first. In fact, I just want to check something. To become the first vampire, and the reason why silver is anathema to vampires is because Judas held the 13 silver coins that were used to portray Jesus Christ. So I've always liked that. I've always liked that idea, and I may incorporate that into my own D&D setting, the Land of Nod, which sort of has. I think I spoke about this before, where Cain rules. I would have to watch through earlier parts. Just want to quickly check at the last round. Yeah. I mean, I have lots of viewers from lots of different places. If you've got any interesting vampire, mythology of your own country and cultures, I'd love to hear it.
2 minutes, newbie. All the time I've got to spare right now.
I finally get to hear Nine's voice.
LA? It's always had problems. Always had a mean streak. Earthquakes, fires, riots. And for the Anarchs, the Camarilla, the Sabbat, the Quajian have all tried to steal it away. People say these nights are bleak, but then, haven't we always...
The Quajian are the Asian vampires from...
Roll over? Play
Well,
ball,
I say vampires.
Give up all we fought for, died for? Do you really think that's an option? Do you really think anybody'd be willing to trade their freedom
The
to
voice
become a
doesn't
cog
match
in
the
an elder's
animations.
game?
I like the voice. I like the
You just don't
animations.
get it. Time's up. Come around in a few nights if you're still alive. Maybe I'll have time to kill, but I doubt it.
Okay. Oh, I better get out of here. So I recently discovered that one of my videos had a copyright claim on it. Thankfully, it hasn't affected the video and its visibility. It's been claimed because of the music in the game. How fun. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I monetize my videos, and whenever I cover content with adverts, I tell people, I implore people to have ad blockers on, because I don't want anyone else making money off something that, you know, I've put a ton of time into, and I wasn't going to see a penny of that in the first place. So yeah, I made it a point if Nintendo ever tried to do that with my videos, but thankfully they've got rid of their Creation Club recently, which is, well, I think they've lessened the shit around it, so that's good. So now we're going to see Grout. I think his name was Alistair Grout.
You. What are you doing here?
This is why I wanted to see Nines, to see what he was up to before.
Out now. You should get out of here. This place is bad news. Pardon me.
For a badass bitch like me. I'm going with that one. Oh. Sorry, I'm just listening to the music, it's quite nice. I'm going to save the game again. Grout, and I don't know if Mortar's got anything to do with Grout, but yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Alright, sorry, I was stuck. I don't know why I bother looking around all these places, because it makes no difference. There's nothing here on these little outskirt bits. I think besides a sewer entrance for the Nosferatu to get here. Besides that, no idea. Oh, I could do with some blood, and I know just how to get it. Oh, right, that'll do it nicely. Only one rat. What the fuck's that about? Well, anyway, now I think after this part I may need to consult a guide, because this place gets as mental as well as the carpet, but actually that looks quite nice. Oh, don't I get flagged by YouTube for showing tits? I like him, he's a happy chappy. I love the laughing, I really do. But I'm going to feed on them to death. I love draining vampires, as I've already said a billion times already. Can I get the... No, I can't. I love the clothes, I really do hope I can get those clothes. In fact, I wonder if I play as a Malkavian, that I'd be accepted in this little place. I need to deal with everyone here, basically, because it's going to... It's going to get a bit dangerous towards the end. This guy especially. He's a really big combat boy. Oh, shit. Oh, nice. Love the sound effects. Really do. Ah, no, I think this is the antediluvian, the father of the Malkavians. I guess he was called Malkavian. Sort of showing the two sides of his personality there.
It is quite peculiar, the happenings I've been made to witness for my supernatural longevity. I am thinking of one unfortunate phenomenon in particular, of unique interest to my station, both as a professional and as a sufferer of this vampiric condition. It seems the stream of time has begun to erode the moorings of my chosen course of study, for the methodologies that gave birth to psychology are slowly disappearing. I find myself in an era that overlooks the physical component of psychological pathology time and again in favor of the sophistic practices of Freud. Phrenology, dactopintilism, and the rest of the old guard has fallen by the wayside, its champions all silenced in death, with my unique exception. Would that I could make my voice heard again, although it may be suspicious should I return to popular medical discourse 50 years
I just want to listen to
after
this
my
stuff, so
apparent death.
I'm trying to not move too far away.
No, better that I continue my studies into the psychoses in secret. One day, may I hold up my own cure as validation of the methods. I am confident no cure for my condition, or that of my beloved wife, lies within our figurative minds, waiting to be unlocked by the correct combination of memories recovered from our childhoods. And I'm most certain it has nothing to do with the relationship between myself, my parents, and my genitals. Sorry, Sigmund, but I choose to stay my course. In time, too, may your star fade and disappear.
Okay, so I believe this is a puzzle that has been seen in that I remember from Spyro 2, and that one yank of the light switch. Oh, no, sorry, I thought the idea was to turn them all on. Let's have a look here. Perception at once shapes the mind and rules over time. Time, however, erodes human perception and in turn warps the mind. The mind is capricious, having various effects on perception, time, and the mind itself. With harmony, progress is made. So, this is a clue as to how the order of these things work. So I'm guessing it's... I'm going to go with the bottom paragraph, perception, time, and mind. And thankfully there is a nice little visual cue here as well. So that's the mind, that'll be time, and that's perception. So, perception, time, mind. Fails to do anything. So that hatch has to open up, or a door somewhere else does. I fail to remember. So, let's try again. Perception, mind, time. Perception. Perception at once. So perception, mind, time. Alright, let's try perception. Sorry, I keep pressing escape instead of E. So perception, mind, time. Try them in a random order. Right, let me try that. Let me just have a look very quick, because I went for perception, mind, time. Unless you have to do it, perception, mind, time, time, perception, mind, mind, perception, time, mind. I've fuck's sake, I've no idea. Unknown. I guess I need a research skill to figure out what this is. Eating a soul donut. Oh, I know what this is. This is a magic item. So these give you little buffs. Oh, okay. It's the weaker porg thistle. Perhaps I've pronounced that wrong. It's not meant to fall into the hands of the damned, but vampires can benefit from the shamanic shamanistic magic all the same. Increases defense by 1 point. Very nice. I'm happy with that. How very nice. Thank you. Yes, I will be keeping that on my person. Now, you can sell them for quite a high value. But... oh, I forgot. It doesn't open that way. It opens a door down here. Which is all very nice, but... no, I'll be keeping it. Because it will serve some use to me. I forgot to listen to the other audio diary. Oh well. Quickly save. Shit. Oh well. Some you win and some you lose. I think what I just heard there was the feeding sound effect. Yummy. I don't want to ask about with those just yet, the candelabras. But again, to first person view. I love the lighting in here. Absolutely wonderful. That door is locked because of the little bars that go over it. So... the only way is up. And I think opening that locks another door. Because of course it would. This is a Malkavian home. A Malkavian home. See, I want to say Malkavian, but if that's the improper pronunciation, then I don't want to piss off the vampire players. Right, we've got 16 minutes to continue. Hopefully we'll be at the climax of this place by then, unless we get caught up on any more puzzles. Oh, nice. Turned around, but not before I snapped his neck. I say snapped. The
Often
sound
I
effect was a
reflect
bit...
with great regret on the missed opportunity that was my infector. Had I been conscious after the attack, I could have stopped the orderlies from locking her in the roaming pen. What I would give
Oh, I'm
one
stuck again.
interview, a few simple
Has this
questions
patch
with
fixed
the plague-ridden
anything?
Woman who met her end
I
that
joke,
dawn.
of course.
Of course, there
I think
is
that's,
no guarantee
Grout's
she would have been any more
wife.
helpful than my current crop of test subjects, mewling wretches. Few could be called enthusiastic. Given the nature of the tests, I cannot expect the same fervor from all, but a modicum of cooperation would be appreciated.
Come on, because I want to go through this.
The one
Oh, hang
called
on.
John went so far as to gnaw off his arm and escape into the floorboards like some feral rodent. I still hear him scurrying about at night. He must be making an atrocious mess in there.
Right, on to the next one.
My studies proceed at a languid pace.
John gnawed his arm off.
Mired in a foul ennui as my wife's illness advances.
Fun.
My subjects
Yeah,
grow
sure, of
restless
course
without
it did.
proper supervision, but I cannot pull myself back from this black depression. How many nights I've wasted now, gazing from the tower walk, pondering the frailty.
I do love the
of
house.
existence.
Beautiful. But it's going to get very confusing. Oh, is this all in the same phase? I was expecting the loading screen. Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. That knocking sound, if you can hear it, is me trying to move my mouse because I give myself so little room to move it around. Right. Anyone else wanna fuck around? Didn't think so. I wonder if that's John, because he's missing an arm and half of his leg, so... yeah. Okay. Like the lighting here as well. Nice minty green, I find. I don't know how we got from like here to there. This is just the beginning of my troubles, though. Oh shit, it's this room. Right, let's deal with these. Right, so we just discovered that this is not a mirror, it is in fact a pane of glass. Which is very, very effective. It's also got this tape recorder here as well.
After decades of solitary study into this affliction, I have learned that it is by no means mine alone.
Okay.
Indeed, the city is home to an entire society of similarly afflicted individuals with whom I've only recently made contact. They are an understandably standoffish sort by and large, but I have been able to confirm with them that the condition is indeed vampirism, which apparently comes in a multitude of strains, each with a spectacular set of symptoms such as invisibility and even a sort of lycanthropy. Through numerous official interactions with the governing body of this secret society, I have concluded that their fundamental understanding of the vampiric condition is woefully lacking and mired in suspicion and pseudo-religious dogma that would make a Turk balk for its strictures. Indeed, they seemed impressed with my studies and the eloquence with which I was able to present them. Apparently, the typical sufferer of my particular strain of vampirism is far from the vanguard of the King's English. So impressed were they that they even offered me an office in their government, a rather high office by the sound of things. I believe I shall accept. If nothing else, it should provide a lofty vantage point from which to observe the breadth and epidemiology of the affliction, so that I may move more expeditiously toward a cure.
I apologise for being so quiet in this one. I'm still listening to that. I find Grout's musings to be very interesting. Oh, is it here? Go through. Oh, we've just opened something. What that? Oh, is it down here? Aha! It is! Aha! It was down here all along. Right. I have 10 minutes. We should be able to conclude our business. Fuck. Now, I remember this part being quite easy, but we shall see. I don't know if it's supposed to look like the Star of Chaos. Oh shit. Oh no, that's right. I don't know who this poor sod is. He's a poor sod, that's all I know. That was the door that we commented on previously. Said that it was locked. That's the library there. I think it's this way. Yes! let's try and get through this as quickly as possible now. We do have some things that are going to cause us a bit of trouble. Well, actually, let's, for a change, as we're going to come to the end of this episode, let's use some guns. I'd like to have a Malkavian gunner. Oh! The cocking of a shotgun must always sound that good. It is the law. As Jim Sterling said, it's like yeah. Whenever you talk about Crash Bandicoot, you must call him a marsupial at least once. Right, let's use it on a moving target. Ooh. Oh, several moving targets. Whoa! Tally-ho! Alright, what about the submachine gun? Let's have a reload of that. Oh, that is satisfying. It's not doing jack shit, but it's satisfying as fuck. Ooh! Killing motherfuckers to death! I love that sound it makes as well. Right, out of bullets. Oh, let's... What the hell, yes, there's our Glock. Oh, I keep forgetting that there's no aim down sights button. And if there is, I don't fucking know it. It's not right click, I can tell you that much. That was fun. That was fun. Not as fun as melee, in my opinion. Definitely not as reliable. But fun all the same. So I think we're going to conclude the video there in this lovely little laboratory. And we shall continue because I'm very much enjoying this. Yep, I'll end it there. Oh, tell you what, let's break into here and find out what's here as a little ending treat. Boxes! Ooh, blood packs. Anything else? Anything else useful? Anything cool? If we had a higher investigation skill, we may find something sneaking about. Appears not. Oh well. Right. So thank you for ever so much for watching this part of a bit of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Let's try that again. Thank you ever so much for watching this part of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Better just get a better view than that. That's better. That's nicer, isn't it? And I hope to see you in part 7. All right. Take care. Ta-ta for now.